big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste, Big Cat Water Signs, Grand Rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 27th of December, the full moon in Cancer. Pay close attention to your home and family matters. Wrap up home projects, resolve family issues and embrace the pleasant aspects of life. Use the time to relax and rejuvenate, but avoid surgical procedures during the full moon. On the 28th, Mercury in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. During this period, focus may elude you, especially if you are susceptible to mental health challenges. Seek counsel from a therapist or a psychiatrist if needed. Avoid alcohol, recreational drugs, stimulants, social confrontations, and important business decisions. This all should be postponed, as well as any surgical procedures. On the 29th, Mars in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. The square causes negative thoughts and patterns, potentially leading to violence under the influence of alcohol. Focus and clarity may waver, making it crucial to give yourself time to prioritize rest, to nurture your intuitive connections. On the 30th, Venus enters Sagittarius. Embrace adventures with loved ones during Venus in Sagittarius. Adopt a more gregarious and open-minded demeanor. Freedom in relationships will be your motive, darling dears. On the 31st, Jupiter goes direct in Taurus. This shift opens up opportunities for financial improvement, stability and increased confidence. Focus on your actions post-Mercury retrograde, which concludes on the 1st of January. On the 1st of January 2024, the moon enters Virgo. Address things that needs to be released before the new year fully arrives, darling dears. Maintain flexibility in your schedule. On the 2nd, Mercury direct in Sagittarius. Your focus will be challenged, so grant yourself some grace, big cat. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising water signs, welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your next 7 days. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive in and unpack. We have the South Node, Leo energy, and the 6th house, darling dears. The South Node is about your inborn abilities, darling dears. Prior things that you developed. It could be in a negative way, your negative past, negative actions that you've taken in life, darling dears. We've got the Leo energy. It speaks about what being creative. It also speaks about some kind of dramatic situation evolving around you, possibly to do with some kind of a relationship, darling dears, because the Leo, the 5th house, rules the sex, darling dears, romance, dating. We also have the 6th house, darling dears. This is Virgo energy. So it's about your health, darling dears, your fitness routine. Somebody's got an issue, darling dears. I believe that there is what? An STD on the tableau, darling dears. Something that was contracted through someone else, possibly in the dating game. Good God, who is this? Hey, good child. No love without the glove. But I think that's a bit late for that intel, darling dears. We have the energy of a 6. Your birthday could be the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th. Your luckiest numbers over the next 7 days is 3, 6, and 9. It's about your ability to plan well, darling dears. Well, somebody wasn't planning if there's an STD on the tableau. Your luckiest days will be Thursday and Saturday. The letters associated with the number 6 is F, O, and X. Number 6 is also associated with the master number 33. So it speaks about being a manifestor, darling dears. Somebody is going to be using their creativities, going within to manifest a different situation. Yeah, because it also speaks about humor, the number 33. This Leo energy is about a childlike spirit, darling dears, but it also speaks about some form of a hobby. Somebody felt controlled or is being controlled in a situation. They're being extremely brave at this moment in time. But it's about you taking a risk, breaking away from this negative cycle or pattern. Can you see? The number 6 in tarot is the Lover's card, Gemini energy. Gemini is about siblings. It's about neighbors, distant relatives like uncles, aunts, cousins. But it's also about communication, darling dears. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so it's about you using your intellect. Somebody's perception of a situation is about to change in a significant way. You're going to be making some right choices. This is also about a trust issue, darling dears, that's rearing its ugly head. Somebody's also going to be taking a short journey, darling dears, but it's around something that they're passionate about. Somebody's ego is definitely affected in this situation, darling dears. So this smells like betrayal, darling dears. Betrayal, and it's a repeat cycle. Good golly and gosh, let me sip my mocha because I ain't getting smoked. Let's get some outside intuitive cards before we find out what the Oracle ancestral message is. Yeah, this was fated, this situation. Somebody found themselves with a narcissist and a user. I can't make it up. The cards don't lie. People do, darling dears. What's this? A Decepticon. Listen, what did I say? An STD? Some kind of argument, because Leo is also the 5th house, which is the house of drama, darling dears. Some drama about some dating. Somebody who was a Decepticon, somebody who was a deceiver has found a bigger deceiver on their path, darling dears. It was fated for someone to go through this life lesson. What will they learn from it? I don't know. What's this? Yeah, black magic, some kind of spell work. It also speaks about sex magic, darling dears. Maybe somebody tried to tie someone in a situation with sex magic. Good golly and gosh. The plot thickens, darling dears. Let's get your Oracle ancestral message. I'm going to use the True Love Oracle deck. Oracle ancestral message for the water signs. Thank you. Fell on the narcissist, darling dears. No spiritual protection. And it also speaks about what? A karmic cycle. A generational karmic cycle. All right. Somebody's repeating a fated cycle. One more card, please. Got abundance in the reverse, darling dears. This is definitely generational cursation, darling dears. That's blocking somebody's abundance. It could be in spiritual knowledge, guidance, using their creativity, their intellect, darling dears. Leo is about tapping into your creative powers, possibly even to get out of a situation or to work a situation out. We already had the energy of what? Gemini, Mercury energy, darling dears. Somebody's thinking about a situation, but it's very tight. But this is what? A fated situation. And remember, you have free will to choose exactly what you want to do in every situation. Yeah. We've got distorted masculine in the reverse. So this is a divine masculine or feminine, darling dears. You are at what? A turning point, a fork in the road, darling dears. All right. Let's press on. Let's get a deck. I'm going to use the mermaid deck. Base of the deck. We've got what? Four of Swords in the reverse. This is a lot of mental energy. I told you there's going to be a lot of thinking going on over the next 7 days. Could be around a skullduggerous relationship, but something that was fated. Maybe somebody realizing that someone is what? A negative Nelly in their hemisphere, darling dears. Someone who is pretending to be a friend, but is really a what? A Judas in a Peter suit. Let's do some quick cards before we ask some direct questions. We've got 3 cards. We've got the Magician. This is manipulation, darling dears. Manipulation. We've got the Ace of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Yeah. Somebody's going to realize how they was manipulated in a situation. This is about you turning your back on a toxic temporary situation, realizing that you can create your own. You can do battle by yourself. But this is actively moving away from a situation. Physical movement. Yeah, Death card, transformation. This is the ending of one situation. Death card is Scorpio energy, which is the 8th house. Somebody's breaking away from a situation where there was joint finances. Definitely 8th house is the house of intimacy, darling dears, but it's also the house of death. It speaks about spiritual as well, darling dears. I told you there was already black magic involved. Someone trying to tie someone to a situation, but it was always what? Emotional. It was always a volcano getting ready to what? Explode, darling dears. Erupt. Ace of Swords speaks about the clarity that's being born in a situation where manipulation was definitely afoot, darling dears. Someone who is extremely somebody wanted to block your potential, darling dears. Keep you stuck with them. Hierophant is confirmation. That's the God card in tarot, darling dears. We saw writing. Something was written down, or someone will find something written down with their name on it. Right. Let's ask specific questions. Breaking of a generational curse, which is fated, darling dears. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. How is the finances for the water signs for the next 7 days? It's just jumping out the cards, darling dears. We've got the 4 of Swords on your mind. Again, we've got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of negative talk around your finances. It could also be your thoughts. With 2 4s on the tableau, it's a shaky foundation, so your abundance isn't looking good, as your ancestors already said, darling dears. There's a fated choice that you have to make. This is breaking away from a situation, yeah, somewhere where there is not a stable foundation. It also speaks about mental health, you or them, darling dears. This is a lot of mental contemplation, but there's somebody conspiring about finances. Someone who's talking. I'm getting the image of 2 women because it's 2 queens here. It's the Queen of Wands plus the Queen of Cups. Someone who is extremely disloyal, both in reverse, darling dears. This could be the money that was spent to tie someone in a situation. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Good golly and gosh. The cursation of it all. Lovers, yep. In the reverse again, darling dears. Oh my God, everything's coming out in the reverse. So it's like someone paid some money to keep someone stuck in a situation. Base of the deck, Knight of Wands is the truth, darling dears. This is someone that they see, they have a lot of love for. This is about forward movement, but we also got the 10 of Wands. They can't leave. It's in the reverse. They're tied to this burden. Money did exchange hands, darling dears. This is affecting somebody's mental health. Somebody's racking their brains at this moment in time. They're feeling burdened by multiple things on their back where their money has to go out to. They have no support where they are. They're afraid to speak because there's a lot of gossip, darling. It's like wildfire. Somebody keeping a monetary situation to themselves because they realize that it's the culmination of the wrong choices they made. But remember, no, if it was in a partnership, you were compelled to make those wrong choices. You didn't know. About relationships. Oh gosh, we've got the Ten of Cups. No emotional alignment, darling. This is manipulation. There's a lot of disloyalty. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is about wanting to turn your back on a situation. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power, turning your shapely back on what? A situation where it's law 10, where the unhappy and the unlucky reside. Yeah, you'll be avoiding a major tower moment. This is why it's a fated time in your life, water sign, for you to make a what? A life-changing decision. We've got the Queen of Pentacles on its face. This is somebody who's jealous, bitter, and it could also have been a long-term situation. Queen of Pentacles, somebody that wanted to get married. But this person was a pretender. They never, what they portrayed, they never had. There's a lot, I see a lot of arguments and fighting, wanting to get away from a situation. Very unhappy. And this looks like Crimbo dinner, darling. This Christmas dinner. It'd be Christmas dinner with the monsters or the Addams family. Posh clap. A relation, somebody's not wanting to go to Christmas dinner, right? Because they know what's going to happen. All of these shady bullets being fired, darling dears. We've got the Page of Swords. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of passive aggressive. Good golly and gosh, someone really don't want to be there. Temperance, they want peace and balance. This is about finding patience, moving from a situation because you've been on a difficult journey. Somebody's on the fence whether to go to a family gathering, to eat food with people that are shady bogady, that'll be firing rocket launchers, darling dears, with their immature, bitter and jealous energy. These are people that watch you silently online, darling dears. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles speaks about you wanting more stability. You want to be in more understanding relationships, darling dears. It's about you wanting to balance your responsibilities and you don't feel that going. Listen, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I was about to say, you don't want to bring your loyalty into that situation. Somebody is not attending a family dinner. Yeah, there's no love there. Nothing but what? Shady bogady. You're crushing that cup of opium. But it's also about what? Something that's fated. It's about you finally realizing that you don't have to sacrifice yourself to family members that bring nothing back to you, darling dears. Where there's going to be gossip, no real talk, darling dears. The food will look lovely, but in the setting amongst narcs, and there's alcohol involved, let me tell you something. Avoid and avoid again, darling dears. This also speaks about people with mental health issues because their life is stuck. You need to what? Reevaluate the relationships and dodge this particular bullet. Somebody's not going to a meal. Ten of Swords, what did I say? You'd be on a knife's edge and there was going to be a major argument there. Yeah, that could involve a fight. Hermit energy. Make the right decision and what? Stay away, darling dears. You can cook your own food. You've got your own 10 fingers, darling dears. This is a fated decision of you to what? Release yourself from a circumstance or situation that's kept you stuck, right? In the what? Spotlight of a narcissist or narcissists. This is the breaking of a generational curse, darling dears. We saw the South Node. It's in the palm of your hands. You have fate in your hands. Make the right choice. What's this? We've got the Judgment. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. And again, the dinner. It would be what a terrible environment for you, darling dear. Judgment, yeah. These people would love to touch base with you, darling dear. Page of Swords is to look for any morsel of gossip so they can run tell that. Remember, Proverbs 18:6, a fool's lips will always invite a beating. Don't be the beater. Nope. This is about you what? Realizing that you've got a fresh start and a new beginning, darling dears. This is about you
realizing that you don't have to be amongst those that don't bring you any true love, true loyalty, darling. There's no reciprocation. It doesn't matter how extravagant the setting for this meal is, darling dears. I think you're going to be sitting this one out. And this is the first time where you've actually said, I'm not going. And you don't. And you don't have no intention of going back. Somebody's severing some ties, darling dears, wanting to change the hands of their fate over the next 7 days. What about obstacles in this change that the water sign is about to what? Put into action. What about this change? We've got Queen of Wands, listening to your intuition, your discernment. This is about you planning, plotting and strategizing your near future. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speak the truth. Ruth, the Queen of Wands, is very nurturing. You're forward thinking. Some of you are natural born leaders, but you're looking more, you're going to be feeling more invigorated, darling dears. This is the Leo energy, tapping into your creativities, listening to your instincts and intuition, darling dears. Yeah, moving away from a situation, King of Swords in the reverse. If this is a partnership that you're moving away from, darling dear, this person is bitter to their core. Yeah, they don't like the new you. We've got what? The seven of wands. This person liked you when you was vulnerable, when you shut up and you took it without the Vaseline, darling. There's good golly and gosh. Somebody's not liking the new you. We've got Knight of Wands. And the fact that you're what? Curving them, darling dear. You've put them on pause. You're not taking any chat or anything else, let alone in the genitalia region. Well, I'm glad you're not, because remember there's an STD on the tableau, darling dears. What's this? Queen of Cups. Yeah, listening to your intuition. This is about making new soul tribe, darling dears. We've got Emperor in reverse and Narc. This is about, the Emperor could represent a person or a business, but this person had some kind of standing in your life. In the reverse, this is again somebody who's bitter, somebody who gambled, somebody who likes the attention of the crowd, but the crowd doesn't back them in every situation. Somebody who was, Five of Pentacles. Your finances and your mental health is going to turn around when you leave that situation. Make the right choices. Take your loyalty on the road, right? What did I say? King of Wands. Keep moving, darling dears. But when you look back, only look to your shoulder. Any further, you'll be Lot's wife, Salt Bay. Continue forward. This is a new beginning for you. Feeling fired up, feeling more impassioned, darling dears. Take a risk. Take a risk in this leap of faith in a new direction, right? Away from where you was what? Emotionally tormented, darling dears. Remember how far you've come and the bravery it's taken to get you to this point. This is a fated point on your what? Wheel of life, darling dears. The obstacles will get better, but you have to what? Believe in this forward momentum that you've started for yourself, darling dears. Believe in the forward momentum and claim dominion over yourself. If you want to know how to cut a soul tie, hit me up in the Gmail. I will send you my pricings. Star card, yeah, healing. This is what the blessing in the situation is. We've got the King of Pentacles from a situation that was ill represented. What they said, what's this? 10 of Pentacles, listen. Disloyalty, no security. And 5 of Cups, you've got no more emotion to offer a situation. Star card is about someone being sent, darling dears, to help usher you into this new phase of your life. Yep. Queen of Wands, there's going to be an attraction. 5 of Swords, but you're also going to have past people wanting to make amends because they're still attracted to you, Queen of Wands. Yeah, they're attracted to you. They didn't think you'd leave. They tried to tie you there, and you still left anyway. Listen, spiritually gifted and strong, this burden is not for you, darling dears. Putting it down. Yeah, because you don't want to overextend yourself. What's this? Because you're on a healing journey. But it's a healing journey wrapped up in intellect, knowing this is fated, knowing that you've done everything within your power at that time to release yourself from a situation. Taking the time to think before you act going forward. What's this? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, in the reverse means it's coming in for you right now, darling. There's this new beginning. But it's a reminder to continue to be diligent. And again, Knight of Pentacles speaks about a new partner. Two of Cups. This is not a sexual partner. It's not for romance. Somebody's being sent to you spiritually, darling dears. Look, what did I say? Moon card. As well as what? The Temperance. Somebody's been sent to you, one of your soul tribe, darling dears, to help usher you through this new phase of life. Wow. Love it. I don't hate it. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, darling dears. Let's get your final message and then we're out of here to get great. Confusion, darling dears, but it also speaks about what? Spiritual blessings, spiritual words. Know that you are being comforted. You are coming out of confusion, but it's about you listening to your intuition, your discernment, your instincts. It also reminds me of moon energy. This is about your appearance, darling dears. Your appearance is going to be different. People are going to see you as different when they look at you. You're no longer confused. What did I say? You're at a new phase in life, darling dears. This is a quest. One which is going to come with enlightenment and it's going to come with direction. Yep, and you'll live to tell the tale. You'll outlive them all, water signs. What did I say? You're on a journey. Listen to your downloads. Pay attention to your dreams. Sun energy, or should I say solar plexus energy. It's about listening to your gut feelings, darling dears. It's about your self-confidence returning. Why? Because you've got more of a sense of control. Because you are now understanding that this is a fated journey. You had to go through all what you went through to get to where you are. When it was out of balance, whenever you are out of balance, you will feel it most in your solar plexus, my water signs. Why? Because it will affect your digestive systems, your self-esteem. You'll be anxious. You feel as though you've lost control, and it's what? Fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're putting a phase in your life to rest, darling dears. And it also speaks about remembrance of an ancestor. My condolences. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. And thank you very much for your bookings and your donations, your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and your comments, because they are a survival kit for another big cat. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.